The Constitution of India, Preamble. We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves this Constitution.
Welcome back, students. I hope you all have enjoyed our webinar session on computer security. I think you have understood the importance of cyber security, is it? So follow that whatever you have understood. Okay. So last class we have discussed about the how we can create a table and how we can access the content in a database session using queries, is it? So while accessing the content, how we can eliminate the duplicate values. Today we are going to discuss about how we can access the content according to our use. Okay, so first section, how we can eliminate the duplicate values. That means if you are selecting in a student database and you have to select the course details. Okay, so generally you have the course about that is commerce and science. So the duplicate value will be according to that course, is it? So how we can eliminate that duplicate values in a column. Okay, let's see. So for that we are using a value distinct. Okay, that is the keyword we are using to eliminate the duplicate value. Here you can use the distinct keyword with the select. We are going to select some content, is it? So select distinct, which we are going to select course. From which student table, is it? So like this you can access, so you will get the main values. Okay, whatever it is available, it will be displayed. So generally we have the courses science, commerce and humanities. So here you got the information using the distinct value. Okay, and next if you want to use this distinct value using the rows, if you want to select a particular content means you can use where clause. That means you have to give a particular condition on that. Clear? Let's see what are the see with an example. Here, if you want to select with a condition means here you can use where clause. That means select name, course and family income. Okay, from the student table where the family our course equal to science and the family income is less than 25,000. So here is the condition. The course should be science, is it? And the family income should be less than 25. If you want to select such values means you can give the condition with the where clause. Okay, if you want to apply some conditions means you can use the keyword where with the particular values. Okay. So how we can use this? Here also an example is select star from student where gender is female. Okay, if you want to give a particular condition means you can use where. Here you can use the different relational operators. Here you can see that equal to, not equal to. Like that you can use the conditions. Here it is logical operators, relational operators. With these operators you can access the condition with the keyword where. Okay, and you will get the information like this. This is a sample of the tables. Okay, with this condition. And next is the SQL as a set of special operators. In that for a particular keyword you can use these operators with that. That means between, and, in, like that. Okay, here you can see that student where course, science and we are using the word and. So like this you can use between, like, So these are the special operators we are using in the SQL queries. Okay, that is and, in, and like. And here, if you want to access the range of values from this to this, that is the range, is it? So here, you can use the values between and. If you are accessing the value using a range means you can use between and. Okay, let's see an example here. Select name and family income from the student table, where family income is greater than or equal to 25,000 and family income is less than or equal to 45,000. Like this you can enter using the and operators. Okay, if you want to use between the content. Okay, or else you can type like this and. So if you are giving a two set of values, that is the values between a particular content, that is known as range. Here you can use between or and. Clear? And next one is a list of values. Condition based on a list of values. Here you can see select star from student were course in commerce. So here we are using the operator in. In that, in means it will give a list of conditions. Here it is a course in commerce and humanities. So you will get the output as a list of values. That means list of students' details. Clear? And next one is the in operator, which checks whether the value in the specified column it is available or not. If it is matches means it will display the content. Okay. And here it is select star from student were course in science. It is another example. Okay, check in the table if the student is present in a particular course and it gives the details. Clear? So first we have discussed about the range of condition and here it is a list of values. For range we are using between or and another one is list we are using in. And here it is the patterns. If in a class we have the student's name starting from A double A or AD. Like that means you can select from that. Okay. So you can give a condition with these operators, that is symbols with underscore, percentage, and like this you can use the pattern matching. So we can give by this here if it is double quotes AB in that model symbols means we can match with that AB. The starts from AB. It will search the word from which starts with AB. Okay. And another one is in that double percentage symbol and here it is cat. So it will search if any word which contains CAT. Okay, in any word. Okay. Here you have the examples. Education. It is there. Indications. Is it? So it will search that type of words. If it is available in like this means it will be displayed. Okay, you can give like this in between any words. Okay, and another one is that underscores, that is 4 or 3 underscores which matches any string of exactly which contains 4 characters. If it is 3 underscores means it will search or it will display the 3 cards. Is it? Which is having without any space. Okay. And next is here, again it is 3 characters. Here you can see an example. Select a name from student, word name, like. Okay, here we are using like for a pattern match, like percentage AR. What it means? The word which starts by AR. Okay, so here the operator we are using the special operator like for pattern matching. Okay, and these are the operators we are mainly using to, that is searching for a particular pattern. Okay, so next we are going to discuss about the condition based on a null value. How we can search the content if it is having a null value. So here you can see that select name course from student word family income is null. Here we are using the value null, that is the word. Okay, if it is contained no other value means we can search through this null. Okay, this is the word we are using this condition. And next one is sorting the contents. We have the two sorting type, ascending and descending values. Is it? So here we have a keyword order by. Okay, so here you can see the example. Select star from student. Order by name. According to the name, in that order you have to get the list or the output. Here also order by family income. Here it is descending, that is DES. If it is ascending means we can use ASC. Okay, so according to that or sorting type you can display the content using this ascending or descending section. Okay, you are using the keyword order by. That is the command. Okay, and next one. Here also you can see an example where course is equal to science. Is it? We have given the condition, and here it is order by family income. In which order? That is descending order. Okay, here it will be applying for the family income descending order. It will be displaying the list in a descending order of family income. In which course it is based? Science. Okay, so like this you can give the condition using order by clause. And next one is aggregate functions. You know that aggregate functions which relate to the mathematical functions. Is it? We are using some mathematical functions among the tuple values. What is tuples? Rows. Is it? So here you can use the where clause. Okay, and here you can see main aggregate function, that is sum. Why we are using that? To add the values in a column. Average, and here it is minimum and maximum value, and here it is count. Minimum values means you can see, that is know that how the minimum value in a particular list, and here it is maximum, and count means the number of values, okay, in a particular tables. Okay, so we'll see how we can apply. So in this example you can see that select maximum of family income from the highest value in the family income and minimum, that is minimum value of the family income, and average value of the family income from the student table. So it will be displaying that particular condition. So like this you can use the maximum, minimum and average of that contents. That is the aggregate functions we are using in the SQL queries. So these contents we are discussing more with the practical questions. Okay, we'll discuss on that time. And here it is grouping of records using group by clause. For grouping a particular value, you can use a clause group by. Here you can see the example. Select course. So according to the course, count star. Here it is all the values. Count star, it indicates all the number which is available. And here it is average family income from student table, and how we can group it as group by course. Okay, so according to the course you have to get the list of students details of family income, average family income. So it is in science it will calculate the average family income, in commerce it will calculate. Like this you will get the details using the group by clause. And next is how we can using the clause having. So here you can same as count star from student, group by course, having count which is greater than 3, having, that is it specifies a particular value. Okay, it have to display, and you can apply the condition using that having clause. Okay, and here next, modifying the data in a table. So after entering all the details, if you want to modify the data, table means you can change. So for that you can use the DML command, update. Okay, so update command is you can use. You can update the table. If you want to add any extra columns or anything means you can use that. Update, table name, set. Which one you have to set? If you want to change the data type or anything, here you can update. So we'll see an example. Update student table. Set family income is equal to 27,000 were name is Kaushik. So you have to change any values in a table means you can apply this. So in this, the name Kaushik, if it is there means you have to change the value as 27,000. Okay. So next we are going to discuss about how we can change the structure of the table. So changing structure means we can delete a column or adding a column like that. Okay. For that we are using the word alter table. It is a DDL command. Okay. We can alter content adding or dropping the column or a columns or changing the data type or changing the size of that particular columns, or else we can renaming a table. So these are the alterations we can apply in a table. So let's see how we can add a new column. Here you can see that alter table name. That means you can apply the table name, that means student. Add column name. If you want to add any extra column names, you can give a name. And like this, you can say apply the data space size of the particular content. Is it? And like this, in which place you have to place the particular column. If it is first or after, and the particular column name. Okay, you have to use it. That is, any CE mark means you have to apply after the average. Before any special column means you can apply like this. Okay, here you can see that add is the keyword. Here we are using to add a new column. Okay, and here first and after, which indicates the position of a particular column which we are adding in a table. Okay, and here how we can change the definition of a column. Definition means, so we can modify the characteristics of a data type and size. So here we are using the keyword modify with the alter command. And here you can see the syntax, alter the particular table name and modify. Which column you have to modify, you can give a name, and here it is data type and its size. And you can give the condition. That is the condition. Okay, here it is the definition of the column. And next, here we can see that alter the example, alter table, student, modify, and here which one you have to modify, register number, and which you have to make it as a unique one. Okay, and here next, removing column from a table. How we can remove? Using the alter table, you can use the command drop. With the alter table, you can use the keyword drop. And next here, you can see the example alter table student. Which one you have to drop? Grace mark. You can delete the content grace mark. Here this renaming a table, alter table, and here is the table name, rename to, and here you can give this new name. Can you see that here is the example, rename to student 2015. And next is deleting rows from the table. How we can delete a particular row? Here you can use the content delete from table name where the particular condition you can give. Using the where keyword, you are applying or deleting the contents. Here you can see the example, delete from student 2015 where admission number equal to. Okay, this particular row you have to delete. Clear? And here it is removing table from a database. How we can remove a table from a database? Here you can see that using the DDL command drop. Okay, so remove a table from drop table and table name. Okay, and here you can see the example. So, the example is if you want to delete the table 2015 means new student 2015 means here you can see drop table and student 2015 means will be deleted from that database. Okay, and next is nested queries. So you have heard about the nested. Is it the word nested? What is that? So we know that what is nested. Is it a content which is inside with a particular content? So here also nested query means a query which contains a subquery. Okay, so let's see an example here. Select name course from student 2015 where family income is. Here it is the subquery you can see. Select maximum family income from student 2015. So here you will get the maximum family income. So for the query is here, select name and course from student where family income which have the maximum value. Okay, for selecting the maximum value, here we have given another query. So this is the structure of a nested query. Clear? So the next one is the concept of views. What is a view? First you have to know that what is a view. So here view is a virtual table. That means you are getting an example tables like that, is it? So such content is known as views. That is a virtual table. So that table is not present. According to your condition, it is displaying the output, but it is not present in a database. So such content is known as views. Okay, it is known as virtual table. Okay, and here you have the particular view, create view and view name. Here you can see that as according to the condition. Okay, here you are using the keyword as select and from. Okay, and if a view is no longer needed, you can remove the from the database. That is known as, you can use the word drop view. Okay, this is the command we are using with this database tables. Okay students, so today we have discussed about the different keywords which we are using to access the value according to the condition, range and list of contents. Is it? And also about the virtual view of a particular contents. Is it? So that's all about this chapter. Just go through that. It is an important one for your practicals and the theory exam. Okay, and easy also, we can easily understand the SQL queries and you can access that. Okay, so study well, complete your notes. We'll see you in the next class.